Well now, talk about a nifty little ARK trait after we have this thing leveled up. I did manage to get it to level 8 and became extremely happy once I read this. So, boost damage as hit count increases. So this is just like a combo mastery built in here. Alright, at level 8, it's going to give me plus 34% damage at 100 hit combo or more, which is so easy to do. My little robot with dual wield alone can just sit there and shred and get up to 100 hit combo alone. So, when an ally other than unit is incapacitated, give a damage taken plus 30% debuff to a random enemy. This is going to be so good for a big effing boss. That is what I'm always talking about. Is how do we get one of these nasty ass debuffs on one of these bosses that is just going to increase your damage done substantially. Now, before this, we did have a way. The Sinister Jinhito, I believe, and you got to give me props for even saying that halfway right or even remembering it. Pretty much, it's an armor. You have to get off of an SSR ARK, I believe. It is an armor, and you put it on your favorite little suicide warrior. For me, this was Prim, because she was so squishy and she could wear it. And only a woman can wear the Sinister Jinhito, by the way, because by nature, only women can truly be sinister. Oh, I love that. So, you take this armor worn by a female to a boss fight, and when that boss kills that female, he catches like a plus 50% damage or plus 30% damage, whatever it is off the top of my head. It's a nice percentage to all of the damage that they are taking, or it might just be physical. Regardless, it's nice, right? I mean, it's nice. You have to go out of your way to do it, but for a nasty boss, it might totally be worth it. Well, check this out. We literally have another effect here that will stack up with that. Like, this will already work with that combo, okay? If you are fighting a nasty-ass boss, and you bring Prim with the Sinister Jinhito, the boss kills Prim, her Sinister Jinhito gives you, I don't know, 30 to 50% more damage to him because, you know, he killed Prim. Well, this is also going to give you damage taken plus 30% debuff to a random enemy. That is awesome. If you can actually get this on a boss and then maybe stack it with something else, 60% more like damage is just insane. And then this is also going to give you damage cap plus 2000 to enemies with a status ailment, which is, I mean, you're fighting against melee. Everyone's going to have a status ailment. It's built in. It's built in. So, very cool. Can't wait to see what we can do with this. That is just the ARK trait. Then we have the skill. Gives all enemies blind. Chance to give enemies curse and illness. Very powerful dark attack with a chance to insta-kill. Damage cap plus 5k. Insta-kill excludes bosses and arena. This is going to be super useful. Super useful for tower. I'm telling you guys right now, I already have a status party slot in tower. And it is part of my main team. That is how big of a deal status is. Like, just having V in the party alone will get you so freaking far. Just because he will make enemies retarded. You will start a difficult wave. You might not even be doing lots of damage. And V's like, oh, by the way, everybody, you're all blind and dumb and you can't do shit now. And even if it's taking you forever to kill the enemies, they're just sitting there. So V is awesome, even though he is a little bit higher than mid-tier now with the release of this girl. She is going to, I mean, let's say V is mid-tier if you don't have his paid gear. And I know that hurts to say, you know, but this girl is still going to out-status him, and then she's definitely going to out-damage him. We are really waiting for V's damage to get upgraded. He doesn't have the best damage caps. He doesn't really need them, or he didn't need them at the time when, you know, with the state of the game, when V dropped, like, he didn't need a ton of damage cap because he was straight making mobs retarded, you know, like, You couldn't fight against him. Just like Loga could go into certain boss fights and certain status ailments would go off and that boss would be worthless. They'd be blind. They couldn't hit you. They now can't do damage. You know, and this girl is going to absolutely dump on Loga with the amount of damage that she can do. And with this amazing ARK especially. Oh man, look at that. We get all these ethers to feed right back into it. Oh my goodness, she is going to want me to have ethers so bad. And look at that, I only got 5 of them. The dark mirroring. Damage to enemies and status ailment 15%. Physical damage taken minus 10%. That is a 10 SC ability right there. That is a 10 SC ability. That is just like the you know, change type to dragon. Physical damage dealt plus 10% and damage taken minus 15, or it's 50, you know, 10 and 10, 15 and 10, something like that. It's a 10 SC ability from a limited ARK. So just the trait on this alone. The trait on this alone, and to the right character that messes with status ailments, this trait is worth over 10 SC by itself. It also has some light resistance, which I believe Melee can take advantage of. And look at the stats, yo. 102 strength, 66 defense, and 500 HP. Can't wait to get this Moth. This is a 7-star item. It goes beyond a 6-star. We're going to be dumping everything we had into that. Now, obviously, I had no idea that I would get this ARK. I really thought I wouldn't. Like, I really thought this would be an ARK that I'd be pulling for, hopefully, on the anniversary banner. Whenever that comes back around. It'll be here, guys, in a month and a half. 2 months, tops. Right, you're hearing it from me. It will be here. You will be, and I swear, I got a good feeling about this. I swear that I truly feel this way. You will be able to pull this ARK off of the anniversary banner. They've done this. They have released a new ARK, and then a month later, it was the anniversary, and that ARK made it on that banner. In fact, that is how I pulled that ARK, is when I pulled four of the UR ARKs in that 110 pull, and one of the ARKs was the ARK that just dropped last month that I couldn't get. And then there was another 1 or 2 brand new UR ARKs that I got. And then one of them was a dupe of El Dragonoli. And that is how I got my dragon leveled up. So, very cool, very cool. Ooh, we could extend this. Look how rare these are. I've only gotten 4 of these. I don't think I've ever used them. Man. Terra Melt 3. Honestly, I wouldn't use any of these extends on any abilities. You just take longer to teach those. I would use these points to actually increase stats on these ARKs that you're going to run. And I mean, how many people are going to want to learn Terror Melt 3? You know, just the statusers. Just the statusers, son. So, nah, no big deal there. We're going to hold on to our 4 UR Stardust. So yeah, this is her ARK. This is what she's playing with. This is absolutely crazy. I can't wait to see what that ARK ability is. But honestly, for now, she's not even equipping that. We're starting with we're starting by teaching her combo mastery, stuff like that. I didn't even do enough pulls to get her second paid sword. Right, here's what she's equipped with. I do have the Zealbus blade, and that is just awesome stats on a sword for her. Really look at this. Her blades have more strength than the Zealbus blade. Every single one of her paid weapons has 268 strength. A 7-star Zealbus blade only has 225. It does have intelligence like a staff, however, and it is a 7-star weapon. But this girl really just needs swords that are light element. That's why I put the Zealbus blade on her until I can get her other blade. I just need to go in there and do like 3 more paid pulls and I'll be able to get her other blade. Yes, her paid gear is absolutely ridiculous. It does play on the fact that you're statusing people. It's going to give you more damage cap to things that are statted. It's going to give you more damage, up to 20% against things that are statted. And she's going to be statting the shit out of everybody. So It is what it is for now. Here's where mine is at level 18. And you guys know that I've been putting in work on these last couple heroes. So we are stuck in a stalemate here, but I gotta say, look at her sprite. That shit looks good. I can't wait to see what her sprite can do. Yo, she's got like these scissor blades. That's cool. She literally has like these scissor blades. I don't know what the deal is with that, but the scissor blades, I love those. Those are awesome. Oh man, if I could have 2 swords like that to take into an apocalypse, I straight up would. With handles just like that. I can only imagine what the hell you could do with those things. Damn. Some cosplay company out there wants to make me these swords. I will take them. I'm just letting you know, I will take them. But the blades need to be real. I need to hear them whistling through the air while I break everything around me in my room. You know, this isn't a good idea. This isn't a good idea. My room's covered in mirrors. Like, there's sliding mirrors all over the place here. Okay, maybe the whole... Okay, maybe we can deal with a fake blade. No, I'd have to be able to hear it cutting through the air. No. Anyway, ARK swords are cool as shit. You know what? She doesn't look how her sprite looks. This is something that nerd DK pointed out. He was like, man, I really hope they make the sprite of her off of her actual art instead of her in Last Cloudia, where we've seen her in the current story, where she's bitching to... What's his name? That pirate asshole that has Ray locked up in some basement somewhere, and he thinks he's torturing him when really all he's doing is tickling Ray's balls, and Ray's just like, yeah, just wait, I'm gonna break out of here and eat your face. Can't wait to see what happens there, because that bastard has been whipping on Ray for a while now. You know, like, I'm like, come on, we come on, where's ARK 3? I mean, I don't know how much longer I can stand Ray getting tortured in some creepy dude's basement, because he wants a toy that's not going to break. So, Melee yells at him because she wants him to go after Kyle. Ray gets to hear a little bit of this. I'm sure he knows Kyle is on the scene somewhere. And he's like, okay, I'll eat your face once my friend gets here and saves me. The point is, Melee, her sprite, her animation there doesn't look as good as this. Not from what I remember. Like when she's sitting there talking shit to her little pirate friend. Which is funny because Buddha's like, wait, that's not the voice that I made for her in my head. Hey, that shit was funny as hell. He did his little sample voice for her for like what he thought she sounded like the whole time. Buddha thought she was just gonna sound like a demon. I think it would have worked. He gave her like there's some kind of voice like that, like she's a raspy voice demon. And obviously they dropped the trailer and she's got like this high pitched little girl voice, and Buddha was like, oh yeah, that's not how I pictured her voice. Okay. Yes, they did brand her with the little girl voice because she is a Nightmare Factory, so of course she's gonna sound like a little bubblegum bitch. That's just the way that they make them over there. I don't know. I think a creepy voice would have been cool for her too. Just but you know what? We're going to be happy with her sprite. She looks absolutely amazing here. The sprite looks wicked. She looks much better in the sprite here than she does in, the actual story mode with her goofy little wings or whatever's hanging off of her ass cheeks. This looks a lot better. The halo looks sick. The blades look sick. She's good. She looks damn good, and I can't wait to run her. Cannot wait to run her. So I'm going to get back to it. Best of luck, everybody. I'll see you out there.